The 2026 NBA trade deadline is months away, and already the Miami Heat have a clear directive for how to handle it: compile first-round picks so they're ready to strike when the next star becomes available. This is not an attempt to oversimplify their situation, or another way of deriding them for failing to acquire a name bigger than Norman Powell this summer. This is merely an acknowledgement of what the Heat are silently screaming from the top of the Kaseya Center. Team President Pat Riley and General Manager Andy Ellisberg have established this as an organization that chases stars. Their moves this offseason reinforce as much, not because they are pushing for a marquee headliner now, but because the cap sheet is set up for tons of flexibility either next summer or more likely during the 2027 offseason. Still, spending power alone isn't enough. The Heat need more draft equity to bag that next big name. The NBA's new reality demands it. The Heat are not going to sign a superstar free agent. Star players are not leaving in free agency anymore. Paul George signing with the Philadelphia 76ers last summer is the exception rather than the rule. And look how that is turning out. That inherently devalues the cap space approach Miami is currently taking. Extensions are the new norm. As ESPN's Bobby Marks pointed out, an average of 22 players per summer have signed veteran extensions the past 2 years. During the 5 off-seasons prior, this averaged checked in under 8. In fact, more players have signed veteran extensions these past 2 summers, 44, than the previous 5 combined, 37. That's absurd. And it is something the Heat, along with every other superstar chaser, must reconcile. Financial flexibility can, of course, be used for trades. The Heat are well-positioned to save selling teams boatloads of immediate money in the summers to come. Except, when is the last time you saw a star name shipped out for more cap relief than draft equity? Multiple first-round picks and prospects need to exchange hands if you're landing an all-NBA talent. That isn't necessarily gospel if you're going after a star in the back end of their prime. Just look at what the Heat received for Jimmy Butler or what the Phoenix Suns got for Kevin Durant. Miami isn't aiming for those types of big names. It very clearly wants that dude in Wisconsin everyone else is circling like famished vultures. Miami needs more draft assets. Fast forward to June 2026, around the draft, and the Heat will have 4 first-round picks to dangle, next year's, along with firsts in 2029, 2031, and 2033. This is far from nothing, particularly when they could also have names like Jamie Jaquez Jr., Kel'el Ware, and Kasparas Jakušionis to sweeten the pot. At the same time, when you're acquiring a star, your own draft picks become intrinsically less valuable. The Milwaukee Bucks, for instance, won't place much stock in the Heat's 2029 first round if they're getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. This increases the value of loading up on selections from other squads. Whether Miami has the tools to do this is debatable. It's not oversaturated with expendable talent worth first-rounders. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and Kel'el Ware are the only players guaranteed to net a first if traded in a vacuum. Ratcheting up the draft pick stash could require the Heat to take on money that extends past next season. That shouldn't be a deal-breaker. It may eat into their future cap space, but the truth is that future cap space alone isn't getting them a star. Serbia is one of the favorites to win this year's Eurobasket tournament. After a strong showing against Team USA in the Olympics, Serbia enters the event with a lot of positive momentum. They also have one of the best duos in international play in Nikola Jokic and Bogdan Bogdanovic. However, Miami Heat forward Nikola Jovic emerged as a star in the opening game. Serbia dominated Estonia 98-64 in their first taste of Eurobasket this year. Jokic and Bogdanovic each scored 11 points to go along with 7 assists. The Nuggets center was 3 dimes shy of a triple-double. However, Jovic had a breakout performance, pacing the team with 18 points in a dominant performance. He scored 12 of those points in a nearly flawless first quarter. If Jovic, Jokic, and Bogdanovic all play at their best, there are few countries who can stand against Serbia on the international stage. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Greece had a dominant Eurobasket opener as well, but Serbia's depth gives them a big advantage over the majority of their competition. This isn't the first time that Jovic stole attention from Jokic, either. The Heat forward has had fans mistaking him for the former MVP with his standout games in Miami over the past couple of seasons. It looks like he is ready to take the next step and be one of the faces of the Serbian national team for years to come. If he continues to dominate as a scorer, he and his team are dangerous. Jokic's dominance has earned praise around the world, even from his own teammates. Until he retires, the All-NBA big man is the hub that Serbia runs through in international competition. Winning a Eurobasket title sets the team up well for a good showing in the 2028 Olympics. Jokic and company fell just short against Team USA despite great games from Bogdanovic and others. The show that Jovic put on against Estonia might only be the beginning. If he keeps it up, the title is Serbia's to lose. White appeared in 74 games for the Bulls last season. He averaged 20.4 points, 3.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 0.9 steals, and 0.2 blocks while shooting 45.3% from the field, 37% from beyond the arc, and 90.2% from the free throw line. A UNC product, White will make $12.9 million next season in the final year of his contract. He signed a 3-year, $36 million deal with the Bulls in 2023. Prior to the additions of Matas Buzelis and Noah Essing, White arguably looked like Chicago's most promising building block, Buckley wrote. Yet, the 25-year-old no longer seems cemented into the long-term plans, due in no small part to the fact unrestricted free agency awaits him after the upcoming season. Maybe that motivates the Bulls brass to get something for White now and not risk losing him for nothing later. They could be getting quite a bit here, as Jovic has flashed a really interesting mix of size, 6 feet 10 inches, shot-making and ball handling, and Fonicchio holds obvious bounce-back potential after losing more than 6 points off of his three-point percentage, 33.5, down from 40.1 in 2023-24. White, 25, has career averages of 15.2 points, 3.6 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 0.7 steals, and 0.2 blocks. He was the 7th overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft. The Heat could start White, Tyler Herro, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kellel, where, if White got traded to South Beach. The Cleveland Cavaliers swept Miami in the first round of the 2025 playoffs, while Chicago missed the playoffs again.